Hey guys, does your putting keep you from breaking 90? We're going to fix that this week. All right guys, so this week we are going to work on breaking 90. Now, one of the big keys to breaking 90 is getting your stroke functional so you can start making more putts. Also, another big part of breaking 90 is learning how to read greens. So we are going to cover both of those topics with a few drills, plus things we look for when we are trying to read a green. High point, low point, what is the grain doing, what kind of slopes are there. All of those factors are critically important when you're setting up and reading a putt before you go in there and actually execute. Then you have to make sure that your stroke is going to be able to deliver what you see visually when you're looking at that putt. All right, so I'm going to go over some simple green reading techniques that I have my players do that are fairly quick, that will allow them to see the slope and see the grain so that they can make an educated guess as to what is going to happen with the putt before they step up to it. So I have Max here. He's going to run through the positions that I tell my players to go and look at putts to get an idea of what's happening. Now, a player, if you're just going through a quick round with your buddy, you may be able to do this as you're walking up to a green. You should always be looking the length of your putt to see if there is anything that stands out to you in terms of slopes. Now, our green here doesn't have much slope at all. This putt may move a ball or two, but we're still going to go through the same thing that we would normally do if we were out on the golf course. Go ahead and take a look at it from behind. Now, after you get an overall view, you are going to look first for the high point. You are going to walk on the high side of the golf ball about halfway down to get a feel for what everything is doing from that side of the golf ball. Then he's going to walk behind the hole, checking the grain as he goes around the hole to see if there's going to be any subtle break. After that, he's going to work the low side of the putt just to see if he sees anything visually. Now, the whole time he's walking, he's looking at grain. Now, grain can have a major influence on the putt. And if we can be in a position where we can see that grain beforehand, which way it's moving, we can find those subtle little breaks that will make putting a lot easier. Cozied it up there. So any player will take that putt. It's a nice little easy tap in from about 25, 30 feet. Easy move on to the next hole. That is a good way to find out what a putt is going to do before you hit it. And you can make that move around your putt fairly quickly so you're not going to be holding up groups behind you. All right, one of my favorite drills to improve a player's putting stroke is the gate drill. I have all my players do this, whether you're elite or a high handicapper. It is a great way to really feel the mechanics and get the club head traveling on a good arc through impact. 6 tees. I'm going to show you guys how to set it up. Now, you're going to use 2 alignment sticks to set it up. Then you're going to put the 6 tees in the ground. The goal with this drill when you're making the putt is to avoid all the tees. If you can make a stroke where you avoid the tees and you're missing the putt, then you know you have face control issues. And if you can make the putt, then you know your arc in your face is matching up to give you a good, consistent putting stroke. All right, so I'm gonna have Max hit a putt here. You always set up with the ball in between the middle 2 tees. Then you're gonna set up, you're gonna wanna do this about 3-4 feet away from the hole. And you're just gonna drain putt after putt after putt. Go ahead. It's a really easy drill to build the feel of being a consistent putter and building that consistent stroke over and over again. Now, my player's record is 785 putts made in a row with this drill. I don't know how their back handled it, but it did. See if you guys can beat that record. Hey guys, if you like this video, click like, subscribe. I come out with new content every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday.